This is Charlie Martinez here with you with another video, and today I just want to invite a special guest to my video podcast that I always do here on Instagram, on TV, Instagram. Today I would like to invite Daniella Rodriguez to share her story about what it's like to be on the autism spectrum, on a female's perspective of what it's like to be on the spectrum. And I'm just going to really allow her to talk throughout most of this video to share her own perspective and journey of what it's like to experience autism from a female standpoint. So I'm going to let her take over now. On to you, Daniella.
Hey guys, my name is Daniella. My Instagram is daniella.rodriguez393. And today I'm going to be collaborating with Charlie on here, making an IGTV video. So today, this video is going to be about my autism journey. So basically, I'll be talking about the road to diagnosis and how I was able to accept myself being autistic. So I was diagnosed with autism at the age of 7, and it did take a long time for me to get diagnosed. Although people with autism, others, are diagnosed when they're younger, like about toddlers, but it took a long time for me because it was definitely a rough process, but it was definitely worth it at the end, because that evaluation that I did when I was 7, I was also officially diagnosed, and I even had my IEP papers that will also help me with school. Then later on in life, things also got harder because I had struggled with being bullied a lot. Like, I used to get bullied so much in elementary school, also in middle school. And let me tell you, being bullied was definitely one of the worst things in life. Like, I don't wish it to happen on anyone. So then at some point, I just couldn't really take it anymore until I met my 8th grade counselor. She had really helped me so much. I don't know what made me say this, but I told her, I was like, I have autism. And surprisingly, she told me that her sons were also autistic, and ever since that day, I felt like I had never really met anyone I could relate to until I met her, because she had also lived with autism. So then that made me think that she was able to understand like why I go through this or why this happens. And yeah, but also too, I remember this one day where I was just in a really negative mood, but she had also taught me one important thing, and it's that autism is not a tragedy. And she is definitely right, because people may think that it's a tragedy, but in reality, it's not a tragedy. Although we do have our deficits, but the thing is that our deficits don't define us. And we do have our special interests and our abilities. And that's what I've learned, and ever since then, I always just keep that advice with me. And she also had taught me the positive side of autism as well. Last year, I was able to officially become an advocate. So I go to this agency here in New York called No Alternatives for Children. We are a foster care agency, but we also have our own autism center as well. And I was very lucky when my therapist suggested that I should do presentations and stuff like that, and immediately I was like, yes, I want to do it. And honestly, I don't regret doing all of these presentations and stuff like that, or even becoming an advocate, because that's why we're here. Like, we're here to educate others about autism, because there's still some ignorance around it, And usually some people even listen to autism myths like, oh, autism is supposed to look like this, or it only happens in boys. Or truth is that those autism myths that you hear are not true. So that's why, like, we have to educate, so that way people can get a better idea and think more positively about autism and not just think about it as a negative thing. And I was also very grateful because hearing all the feedback from the presentations I've done had just made me feel good, because it also had a great impact on the staff and people over there at the agency. And I'm also grateful, like, for people that have been a part of my journey, and they had also helped me to get to where I am today. Stop here for now, but I want to thank Charlie for including me in his IGTV video, and yeah, back to you, Charlie.
Daniella, for sharing your perspective about what's like to see autism in the eyes of being a female that's on the spectrum. It really gives good insight for those girls or any females that are going through a process of being on the spectrum themselves. So thank you for spreading your message and your experience. It's much appreciated towards the autism community, and those of you that want to reach out about their stories, I'm more than welcome to hear them, or if you want to contribute and collaborate, I'm open to it as well. Hope you guys have a great day. Ciao.